Let's go back to the beginning of your life. What was it like growing up in the Foster household?
It was nuts because there were a lot of us at any one time. I was the very youngest, but my dad had had a previous marriage with 3 kids and my mother had had one with 2 kids, and then they got together and had 3 kids. Very Brady bunch, thank God.
So how many are there? Like 6?
8.
Holy moly, man.
Because I was youngest though, I think I felt like they were around a lot more than they maybe were, but like every school holidays they would all be there, and we didn't have much money. We grew up on not a farm, but we were self-sufficient. We had cows, chooks, a massive garden that we ate all of our food out of, all vegetarian essentially. It was a wonderful upbringing. At the time, we sort of looked like the Tannenbaums because Mum just kind of made 8 tracksuits and we all just sort of wore them. Because she would get so jack of it because we were in the Highlands, it was always raining. And if our tracksuit got dirty, then she wasn't going to wash it. It got to a point, so you weren't allowed to get your tracksuit dirty.
No way. And you're basically out there with cows and stuff.
Yeah, and motorbikes and horses. And I had a dress tracksuit for birthday parties.
What do you mean?
I had a fancy tracksuit. It was aqua and purple. And all the other girls were rocking in pretty good dresses, and I was just there in my dress tracksuit. But I loved that dress tracksuit. So anyway, it was pretty nuts. We didn't have a TV, and I'm really grateful for that, even though I hated it at the time, because we were forced to be imaginative.
So I can't imagine growing up with no Simpsons.
I found
nothing like that.
I got my hits.
How would you get your hits though when you're basically away from everything?
I was always at my friend's house for dinner.
Yeah.
Let's go to Brooks for dinner. And I'd have pizza and junk food and watch The Simpsons and fast forward and any other comedy show that I needed to get my hit from.
Because that's an interest. Was that for money reasons they didn't, or they just wanted you guys to grow up creatively? And
sometimes we'd have a TV during the holidays just to get out of Mum's hair,
right?
But never through. Like we'd always get home from school on the first day of school back and be so excited to watch Inspector Gadget, and the TV would be gone. It would just be this imprint of where it once sat, and it would be devastating.
Do you reckon having no TV, which you don't hear of anybody not having anymore?
No.
You know, like everyone. I don't know anyone who doesn't have a television. No. Do you think that like kept your family bonded? And do you think that your parent, because Sam and I will sit on the couch every night, and even though we're together we'll watch television, so you don't communicate that much?
Yeah.
Do you reckon that changed your parents' relationship not having a TV?
Look, Mum says now that it was hard, and it was a bit of a martyr act because she was doing the best thing by us, but it certainly made her life a lot harder.
I can't imagine not.
Because she had no babysitter, effectively. And, Mum's not a big TV watcher. Dad just would have liked to watch the news, so that's boring. But no, I just think, we were just a bit more of a book and a music family. Always music playing, always books being read.
That would be a nice household, I would think.
It was, as a child, you just want what you don't have. So I was always annoyed.
But do you look back on that now and go, I wouldn't be doing what I was doing now?
Yeah, probably. Because I had to write terrible stories and climb trees and hang out at my friends' houses a lot.
I cannot imagine you climbing trees in your pretty trackie.
I'm a pretty not in my good trackie. No, my bad trackie. But yeah, I had a tree that I would go up and write who I had a crush on at the top of the tree.
So
of course I would.
Because your mum was the counsellor and your dad's a writer.
Yes.
And I reckon you are a perfect split of both of that. I think that because we met obviously through Hamish, who you're not married to, but within not very long of knowing you, I would email you and go, this is going on, and your emails back of letting me know everything's going to be okay. I think you're the person that friends go to, which do you think comes from your mum?
Oh, 100%. She's a very special woman. I think call her a bit of an angel. She's incredibly wise and knowledgeable and emotionally aware, and she is the first to admit it's taken her a long time to get there. She's in her 60s now, but she's worked in maximum security prisons for a long time. Yeah, she works in prisons. So she's dealt with the roughest criminals in Australia, men and women.
Oh my
I should tell you that women are a lot worse.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, those stories would be fascinating.
I know, I'm trying to get her to write a book, but she's, compared to what my problems are, chicken feed. Like she's dealt with murderers and rapists and really messed up people. And she changes their lives because she calls herself an attitude recycler, which I love.
Oh, wow.
She's like, I'm not a counsellor, I'm not a drug and alcohol worker. She's all of those things, but we really only started to really become close friends when I was in my early 20s.
Right.
Which I look forward to. I'm sure when, you've got children now, you look forward to being a good friend for them.
Yeah.
But she's so wise, and everything that I spout to my friends is from her. I'm like just ripping her off, basically.